Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amasid and today I thought we'd do a quick recap video, my thoughts, a little bit of discussion on how Heist went, whether it should go core, will it go core is really the big question. Doesn't make a difference what I think if it's going to do something anyway. And just jump right into that. So the first thing is obviously Heist had an incredibly tough start. There was tons and tons and tons of server issues, not server issues, just gameplay issues. There was issues where, Grand Heist wouldn't open. People got locked inside. There was issues pretty much throughout the league. I would say about a month and a half in, they were fixed to some degree to the point where I didn't think they were a big deal anymore. But obviously, issues still occurred. So that's sort of just, that was just sort of a present thing throughout. Obviously, with 3.13, we're hoping for better things since they had an extra month to work on it. So you'd hope that that extra month would give them that month that they usually take at the beginning of a league to iron out bugs and issues. So we're hoping for the best there. But all things considered, very rocky start. One of the rockiest starts. And I know that GG has mentioned in the past that rocky starts severely affect their financial situation in terms of players returning, players staying, players spending on microtransactions. So they're just as invested in getting these problems ironed out. I think they just need to work on a better system or internal system to get that sorted because obviously they've had some issues in terms of QA. So, but taking that, pushing that over to the side here, looking at the league content as a whole, and I'm trying to understand, I thought Heist was a great league in terms of just pure fun factor. It was constantly fun, renewable content. The rewards always felt good. It always felt good to go run a blueprint. It pretty much always felt good to go run a contract. It really was just a very rewarding league. Obviously, currency was kind of crazy this league. At one point, Exalts were down to as low as, 25 Chaos and X? So it was really, really a fun league. I had a blast playing. I definitely put the most hours I've ever put into a PoE league into Heist. I leveled multiple characters. I got some really high level characters. I farmed a ton of currency, as you guys have seen over my past videos. But I thought it was a really, really fun league in terms of that. Bosses were really accessible. I thought that was kind of a newish thing in terms of league content, just purely because in the past, you take something like Harvest, where it took so freaking long to get to the Harvest boss, and even then it was just a complete waste of time, and you just didn't feel good about killing the Harvest boss. In the past, Metamorph bosses were easily accessible. Metamorph was a minor league, I would say, compared to the pure content amount in Heist. But on the whole, as long as you had, if you got the contract to drop, that was great. If not, if you had an X, which is realistically, even for somebody who plays the game very casually, an Exalt is not a huge amount of currency to invest. You can get an Exalt and buy a boss kill relatively fast. It's not too bad. So I thought that was a great part of it, just how accessible it was for the average player to get in there. So now onto the sort of the main discussion is, should this go core and will this go core? Well, GGG already made an announcement. I want to say it was 3-ish weeks ago on Reddit. I don't know if anyone caught it, but essentially they said something along the lines of, will this go core? There was a question being asked, and they said it will go core with relatively few changes, but we should hang on for the announcement on January 7th. That's coming up, obviously, here in a couple days. So it seems like it's going to go core, and I guess to talk through this a little bit, I'm personally happy with this decision, but I'm also have some reservations. So my biggest concern is that it just takes so damn long to get the Heist guys up to level 5. If they're not a main league, I want to understand exactly how that's going to work. Are they going to have just significantly increased XP? Because obviously, if we're not getting contracts at the rate that we're getting them now, it's going to be very difficult to get all the Heist members up to level 5 and do all the questing and all that. It's just going to take a long time, and I just really wonder whether that is going to function. Because for example, I think Metamorph right now is the most problematic implementation, in that you get a handful of organs a league, and it just feels terrible. Like a handful of complete sets of organs, I should say. It really doesn't feel good to run Metamorph. Metamorph feels decent inside maps, but outside of maps, the content is pretty much non-existent. And I'm very curious to see how this is implemented alongside a league, because as a league alone, it's great, but as a secondary league, I'm wondering. I'm glad that it's being implemented some kind, because frankly, I think it's fun. And the currency drops and the drops in general were just really, really great, and they felt good. But I hope that it's not just an absolute grind fest getting all the masters up to all the masters up to level 5 so you can do the actual heist content that you want. So within this, I'm pretty happy about the decision, and obviously the amount of content that just went into Heist, I was thinking to myself, there's no way GGG is going to let this go to waste. There's just so much content in there, so many assets built, so many maps built out. There's no way they were just going to sort of let this go. But granted, they did the same thing with Synthesis. To some degree, Synthesis had a lot of content, and they kind of took the greatest hits and moved it. I really think that they're going to have to pare it down a little bit. But they did make a specific comment that relatively few changes are going to be occurring. I don't really know what that means. We'll see in, 3 days from today. We'll find out. But all things considered, I'm happy about this decision, and I think that this will be a healthy addition to the game in the right form. So that concludes a quick discussion on this. I just wanted to take the last minute or so to dedicate some time to saying what you can expect from me in the future here. So the league launches in about 11 days, I believe, 11 days from today. Very excited. I'm super excited. Expect to see a lot of content from me as announcements are being made, patch notes are coming up, etc. I'm not a build person. I'm not the type of person who makes builds. That's just not the sort of content that I enjoy. I love playing the game. I like gambling. I like doing crafts. I like things like that. So that's the sort of content you'll continue to get from me. And thank you all who have subscribed so far. It's really been amazing to see the channel grow the way it has. I'm really excited to continue making more content that you all love and you all have told me you've liked in the next league. So with that, expect a lot more from me in the next week. And obviously, as 3.13 comes up, expect a ton of content. I can't wait. And then one quick last announcement for those who are still watching. I'm going to be doing a discussion video over at 5-9 Gaming here at the end of the week on Thursday when the league is announced. So go check out the video there. And that should be up, and I'll hopefully have a link for everybody there, and you can find it somewhere on my my YouTube discussion board, my posts. I never made a post, but this will be my first one. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one, and I can't wait to make more videos. See you guys later.